Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. This is Dr. Matthews-Bey on the Dr. Matthews-Bey Show. Share the live. Welcome to you on the afternoon brief. This afternoon brief, volume 1, coming all the way from the Southwest Amexium, which is the South American continent, uh, where the Corporation of Guyana is. So I'm coming to you live, so share the live. There's a few topics that I want to talk about within a half an hour. Take up a half an hour of your time. I had wanted to come on for that lunchtime period so I can have a quick brief with you constantly. This is the first time. Share the live. Dr. Matthews-Bey Show, Voice of the Nation. Islam to you, my brothers and sisters who are Moors. Islam to you. And I want to share a few topics that is binding. Something that, hold on, something that I want to make sure that you have the ability to comprehend what I'm about to share with you. Okay? So share the live, share the live, share the live, share the live. So I want you to share the live because it's important enough for you to share this live stream. I am also, hold on, let me check. I'm also guiding most of you who cannot receive me on the Facebook to go to the YouTube channel. The channel is G Matthews. The YouTube channel is G Matthews. Go to that channel, just type in, go on YouTube, on the search bar, type in G Matthews. So I'm going to get to that particular matter right now. So share the live. Islam to you, my Moors, brothers and sisters. Let me make sure that I send this information correctly. Okay. It is capital G Uh, M A T T HEWS on YouTube. Okay. YOUTUBE. Why? Hold on. Let me see, make sure that I get this thing correctly. Yes. Okay. YOUTUBE. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I gotta make sure how I type my stuff so I can get it correctly done. Okay, good. Ah, beautiful. It's shared to both networks. So as you can see, the information is popped up in the comment section to those who are looking. I'm going to make sure that I put it up. I'm going to put up the YouTube one. Okay, good. And when you go there, you subscribe. Please do. Okay? Let me make sure that I. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay. So to those who are now joining via the GMS Live Radio Guyana, it's up. I'm trying to see if I can have this GMS Live Radio Guyana diverted to my page, so I'll be able to put it up. So you people who needs to hear the information, because what's happening? The GMS Live Radio Guyana, right? Good afternoon. Welcome to the GMS Live Radio Guyana. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Gavin.
Yes.
Hi, David. This is Miss Johnson. I'm still waiting a person here, right?
Pardon me,
This is Miss Johnson from Breakdown CID.
Miss Johnson. This is Mr. Matthews-Bey talking to you.
Hi, Gavin Matthews.
Bey, yes, B-E-Y.
Hi, David. You know,
Uh-huh.
I'm still waiting a person because your file come back here with my matter. And also you can't come and find about your matter that Griffith was dealing with also.
Griffith is dealing with also.
We're going to be reporting a matter to the fraud section,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the
Mm.
first thing you can find about that. But my file come back from DPP.
Your file come back. Well, I have issued a co-warrant to the director. You hearing me?
Yes, now I'm hearing you.
I have issued a co-warrant to the police, the DPP, and the attorneys general upon my status as citizenship, and also pertaining to all these matters. So I think that you may seek some legal advice
Yeah.
from your supervisor.
No, DPP. If I went to DPP.
I know, but can you seek some? DPP also have my co-warrant or writs that I've issued to them. That's one. Number two, I indicated to you the last time that you called that I was out of
Out to
my
jurisdiction.
jurisdiction, right? Because remember, I'm no longer a Guyanese citizen, so I'm not a part of the citizenship. So I am also indicating to you that I've issued these files. So when I get back in, I'll be able to talk to you.
And
I've issued that to them. Uh,
This time when I call?
no, 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 no. I've issued that to them like a month ago.
Oh.
Right, and also the Commission of Police.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But
Uh
do what you can do, right?
huh.
Because if I come back, what you can do, you can call and follow up on the same thing that you issue.
Okay, because what
Right?
happens?
Because if I come back and they may say anything that you have issue anything to them. That's why I say you can call and find out what the status. But so now I can tell you that if I come back from DPP,
Hmm.
right? And it's read that you must be charged.
Well, there's no jurisdiction, right?
So you can call and you can find out from them,
Hmm.
right? And then you can get back to me. But I'm looking forward to see you soon too.
Good, no problem.
Right? You enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much. Oh my gosh! To all those who are looking, you comprehend what took place there just now. That's what's happening in the Corporation of Guyana. That's what's happening in the Corporation of Guyana. So the thing is that I have no. Let me play something else. Yes. So directly, there is no jurisdiction on Mr. B. So I have no. I have no indication to follow up that with them. But by the way, though, let's get on to today's event. As to those who can see that was live just now. Oh my gosh. And basically, what happened there, that would have been an indication to what happened earlier if those who knew what went on with the position with the young lady that I that I was in some sort of working comprehension with, and there was some stuff taken. So what had happened, reports were made, and just like I made a report, they made a report, and imagine their file came back and mine hasn't come back. All sorts of nonsense. But I don't have no time with that. That's basically not my interest. What is my interest is to fight, the continued fight for for an elimination of slavery that's going on in these corporate connections. And it is to liberate oneself, one's comprehension. And I'm really not interested in that. So we must be able to continue to take the fight. That's what we must be able to continue to take the fight to make sure that the fight moves on, and we must be able to revolve around everything that is taking away your rights. And as Aboriginal people, we must always refuse to allow the system to trample upon us, taking away our rights. Okay? To all those who are looking. So we are not interested in what the corporation has to give to us. Especially me, I'm not really not interested. Okay? So to those who are looking, we must be able to stand up for ourselves to those who are part of the corporation and must be able to see the violators. The system will violate you all the time. The system would violate you all the time. They will always seek to take from you. They will always seek to take from you what is rightfully yours. And if you revolve or you rebel, they make sure that they will try to imprison you on, unscrupulous things. And how it works, it starts with your name that you have, which is your straw name. Your straw name is something that they claim ownership to. It is your given name. It is the name that your parents would have given you and surrendered to the corporation to take charge over you. And the corporation owns your name because via way of birth certificate. So everything else after that goes overboard. Your your rights to exist, your right to eat, your rights to have a good conversation, your rights to, which is your liberty, your rights to property will be taken from you, and they will say that they own you, you know, and all these things pops in because at the end of the day, it is the corporation who controls you now. Like for instance, the ability to say, well, look, the ability to say, well, look, if you if you say to them, I no longer wish to do so and so, they try to put pressure on you. Let us say that you want to declare yourself independent now. They have educated you in such a way that the ability to seek independence, you now have to go to them to seek independence because you cannot think properly. First thing, some of us says that we are Afro Guyanese. You still belong to the system. The minute you say that you're Afro Guyanese, you belong to the system. The minute you say you're black, is that you belong to the system. Because etymology, which is actually a third grade education, we just don't even know. The ethymon, or the etymologies of words, we just don't know. So the thing is that to comprehend these words becomes difficult. And then they use the inability to comprehend against you. So they imprison you on it because you are a menace to society. And by we keep on surrendering our rights, by we keep on surrendering our rights, that's the problem. That's the problem. By we keep on surrendering our rights becomes a whole issue. And eventually what's happening, because our inability to comprehend, the laws now become clearer to them that when they speak to you, they override your comprehension because you fail to talk. You cannot represent, you cannot speak on behalf of yourself. That's the problem. That is the problem. Because you cannot speak on behalf of yourself. It becomes a clear issue. And because you cannot represent yourself verbally and you sign these pieces of documents, you actually give yourself away, you give your life away. It's like you're telling them you want them to represent you, but at the end of the day, they do not represent you. They take away your civil liberties, which is your rights. And because you're unable to say what is your rights and you're unable to defend yourself, it becomes an issue for them. Because their issue is it is to keep on taking from you. So you become part of, how should I put it over? You become part of their slave system. And they continue to take from you. Every time they open their mouths and you agree to something, is that they take from you over and over and over again. And they use the etymologies of words just to take from you. Like the word cyber crime, you know, like the word cyber crime. It's ridiculous. Like the word cybercrime becomes ridiculous. No. And people are being charged by it and continues to be charged by it. And because they don't know their own rights, they cannot comprehend because that third grade education was never taught to them. And when I mean third grade, the ethymon means to describe the origin of words. Like, for instance, the word black. And I keep using these words over and over because I want you to comprehend exactly what it means. Like the word black, when you check up the meaning of it, the originality of the word, where its origin came from, it means to be pale. And you check up the real meaning of the word, the etymology of the word black, it means to be pale. Black. And because of our comprehension to digest the corporate enslavement, they make sure that they add it to volumes of dictionaries because if you comprehend, each dispensation has different dictionaries. The dictionaries, they're adding on meanings to words because of your failure to comprehend, your failure to know. Some of us say we read, but reading and comprehension is two different things. You can read, yes, but you must be able to read and to have a spirit of discernment to discern the truth than fiction. There are two things one must have within oneself. in your brain. The minute you open a book to read, there are two things you must have within oneself in that in it to have the capacity to comprehend denotation and connotation. One must be able to do that. When you open a book, you must comprehend a connotation and a denotation of these words. One must understand the edification process is to take away the truth from you continuously. It's like, for instance, you're checking and you're talking about any word and you come up with the word con, C-O-N. Picture in your mind what the word con means and the words that are added next to it. Connotation, convince, convict. To take from you. These are the things. These are the things that one must comprehend. And they're constantly at it. It is your life. You go to work, the kind of administrative work that you're in that you constantly got to do every day, you don't even know that it's continue to take the truth from you all the time, and they pay you to do that. Some of us don't consciously knows that you're being paid to convince even your own selves and your kinsmen, to convince them, to continue to convince them about the lie. You're being paid to do that. And once they cannot be convinced, you're being paid to put them before trial, to make them now become a convict of misinformation. You can imagine you're paid to convince somebody to give up themselves. You're being paid to do that. And constantly to do what? It is time to challenge them now. That's what it's time to do. Challenge them. To make them feel the squeeze. And not only challenge them according to the treaty. Just like how they're using their pen and paper and the color of law, which is their private security force, to call you, to tell you all sorts of nonsense. In these times, in these perilous times, Guyanese all and Aboriginals that living in this corporate system of destruction. It is time you open your eyes and arise to the truth. The system is crumbling before you, and you must be able to comprehend. You must be able to comprehend. You must be able to stand and fight. You got to make the sacrifice. That's the truth. The sacrifice is worth making the sacrifice for because it is being able to let the world know that you know the truth and you're willing to stand by the truth and proclaim who you are. It's a constant barrage of nonsense. Look at the young lad who is being burnt by the police again. The police force is now being used to disseminate, destroy, and terrorize a people. For what purpose? For political gain or a reason to make them subdue to political power. Ah, people of the world, wake up. Open thine eyes and arise to the position. Help yourselves. I know what I'm telling you. Start looking at the way in which you use your words, your lives, your living. Start asking yourself these questions. The last time I was on air, I was able to differentiate the, the standards of proclamation. I said, even if you don't want to proclaim yourself, wait until your documents expire. You're no longer a part of the system when your documents are expired. They can't lock you up for that to remain a Guyanese. That is the only way you'll be called a Guyanese is if you renew your documents. They can't lock you up for that. There's no section in the law that says they can lock you up for that. I hope you people comprehend. I hope that you comprehend. But as I come on air this afternoon, I was able to let you know that you can share the live when you come in tonight. Join in. I'm on YouTube to those who have YouTube and have a problem having these shows being shown on Facebook because the de facto there's an internet blackout. There's an information blackout in Guyana, in the corporation of Guyana. I want everybody to know that. There's an information blackout in the corporation of Guyana. Certain people can't get certain shows. You cannot be able to get it. There's an internet blackout. Believe you me, there's certain things that you cannot receive, and I wanted to talk about that. There's a lock on what you receive and what goes out from the corporation of Guyana. There's a padlock on it. And Facebook has given the Guyanese government the right. And when you see there's an information blackout, look forward to certain killings, certain atrocities that will take place. This is how it worked the last time. When Jack Dio was in power, this is how it worked. Make sure that the information blackout is there so people can start dying. 1,480 that can't give account for. We got some more. Open your eyes. Subjects of the Corporation of Guyana, open your eyes, see the facts, see the truth. Ask yourself the question, it is going to happen. Share the live stream. To those who are looking, share it. Have people know what's going on. Share the live stream. I want to say to you, thanks for the half an hour that you have joined in and being able to view this program. And I want to say thank you very much for being a part of Afternoon Brief, Volume 1. This is Dr. Matthews-Bey saying good day until we meet again later down in the day. Cheerios for now.